Goals for this assignment was to make a listicle that looked accurate to the listicles that I see regularly on Facebook and BuzzFeed. I attempted to incorporate all the elements from these that I could identify. I didn't know how to make a website or really have the tools to learn how to make a website like most listicles have, so instead I made a slideshow and linked it to a Wix page. The Wix designing was a new experience for me. I haven't really done anything like that before, so I was really surprised when I found out how easy and user-friendly the website was. I tried to make my website look as plain and simple as I could, but also make it look intriguing enough to bring in readers. To do this, I added some color to a mostly neutral background, but I'm not really sure how well it came across. Next time I might have someone else who's also doing this assignment look at my page and see what they think, because then maybe they would have some critiques or a new perspective on what edits I should make. At first, I had a lot of very ineffective non-scholarly sources. I had some alright scholarly sources because I know how to use JSTOR and like other databases to find them, but as far as non-scholarly sources, I haven't really used any before. After learning about what kinds of sources I should be using from Sherry Brown, I had to make some revisions to the sources that I had on my list. In some cases, I edited out sources completely and dropped them and found new ones, but in some cases I chose to use the sources that I already had but add the limitations in my annotations instead and justify using the less scholarly, non-scholarly sources. Doing this helped me analyze and understand how my sources were functioning in my research. My biggest weakness was definitely citing my sources. After getting help during office hours, thank you again for helping me, I realized that I needed to spend much less time summarizing my sources and put more effort into how my sources influenced my argument and how I was able to make an argument out of them. I also needed to edit down a lot of the words that I spent describing the validity of the source and the author, because that really wasn't related to it as much. I still have a lot of work to do with my annotation technique, but I think I made a lot of progress by working on this project. One strength of mine was formatting the PowerPoint to make an effective visual argument. We talked a lot about it in class, and I paid attention and took notes on how pages should be formatted with like the rule of thirds and different color techniques and contrast, and I tried to incorporate all of that into my slideshow. All of the choices for colors, fonts, and placement I made with a purpose, and the goal was to draw the readers in and make a clear point like we talked about in class.